How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lone Wolf, and today I'm going to go and test out these two mods, the Titanious Maximus. I was curious as to which one would do better, going across ice and stuff, so I'm going to go and take them to the Battle on the Ice, which is on Lake Coved. And yeah, I mean, the six-wheel version's obviously got an extra axle, extra pair of tyres, so it spreads its weight better, but it's also got, to accommodate that double rear axle, they've made the tyres a little bit smaller. So I think this has got 42 or 43 inch tyres, whereas the four-wheeled version has got, I believe, 47 inch tyres, so it's not a whole lot of difference, but I mean, it's 4 inches. Who wouldn't enjoy 4 extra inches? That's what she said. Yeah, when I was driving along here, it's kind of like, I mean, you kind of need to be driving it. It doesn't portray it as well just on video versus when you're actually driving it as well, but the feel of it along here, the snow is actually holding it back a little bit more than I thought, which not necessarily a good or a bad thing, relatively speaking. I don't really know yet, but I do remember as I cut across here with the various other vehicles, that snow was a bit trollish back there, and then getting across here was, yeah, didn't go well at all, as you can see. My front end went in, yeah, that's what she said. And yeah, cutting across here, it really didn't go too well. Although, again, I remember back in the day when I used to come and fly around this Battle on the Ice track, yeah, cutting across here was just not a good idea. In the end, you're best off going along the left-hand side and cutting across where you can see those rocks kind of in the middle of the lake in the distance. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that all is lost at the minute. I think most things do get stuck in there. I'm not even going to say it. Once you're out of that bit, though, it kind of motors along pretty nicely. For those of you that have done Battle on the Ice a fair bit, there's kind of routes along this icy areas that you can motor along pretty nicely. There's other bits where you just absolutely drop through guaranteed. Yeah, sending this four-wheel drive one probably took a little bit less damage bumping over there. Considering those ice blocks that kind of stick out the floor, they absolutely delete everything. If you hit it over 2 miles an hour, you just like automatic delete, which personally, again, it's one of those things where it doesn't really bother me, but they've just programmed something into the game that I'll then just avoid as a general rule. Like, I won't even ever really try and drive across them unless it's I have to, but if I'm just sort of driving along and I can see icy chunks sticking out the floor, yeah, I'll just go round them. Yeah, the suspension and everything, like the setup on both of these, just the frog mods, like he's done a really nice job of the suspension, so it took those hits a lot better than most things would. So yeah, this is both. I'm going to send this thing first. My gut feeling was that the four-wheeled version would be a little bit quicker. I think the general reason for that is overall I've sort of noticed when playing the game that the bigger your tyres are, the faster you go, and it's not by a whole lot, but at the top end of the scale, say like the twin steer, that's got the high range gearbox, but it's also got like 63 inch tyres, and that's why in high range, in like the high range gearbox in high gear, it motors along pretty quick. Whereas yeah, trucks with the same setup and everything, just smaller wheels. I mean, as the twin steer again as an example, quite a lot of people like to keep the lowered suspension on it because the twin steer can be a little bit tippy when you've got the raised suspension and the bigger tyres. Yeah, and I've tried it because people recommended it and suggested it, and yeah, just for me, I can't shake the feeling that it's not quite going as fast as I'd like it to go. So yeah, on the twin steer, I just stick to the raised suspension. But anyway, back to these. I suppose the only sort of variable was going to be, like, does this double rear axle help it not sink into the ice, or yeah, is the four-wheel drive version, is that slightly bigger tyre going to help or not? So this was just the first run. We'll get a little warm-up on the go. It does glitch on this first bit, unfortunately, or this first run, but it's only at the end when there's only a straight line to drive anyway. And yeah, I did a good few runs of each truck because I kind of had a feeling the game seems to troll me with glitching the footage. Well, I don't want to personally blame the game, actually. I think it's more Sony and the PS4 end of things. Like I say, yeah, there's the glitch, but first run, 142, I believe, which was pretty decent, actually. So next up, four-wheel version, and we'll see. It's frog versus frog. It's like a French Civil War. And that's what you call fishing for the perpetually offended. And to be one of the Twitter police floating around somewhere, like, I'm oversensitive and I find you offensive. Oh, well, I'm offensive and I find you oversensitive, so checkmate. Anyway, Twitter police are in no position to talk, are they? I'm damn Gestapo. Say, if Donald Trump using a Ouija board, they'd probably try and unperson ghosts. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. And ghosts have already been unpersoned. That wouldn't stop them. And now on top of that, they've got to worry about having their server pulled. I mean, if you said to me, do I want my server pulled? I'd say, yeah, I'm listening. Just hear the sound of flies and zipping. Well, I've never called it a server before, but whatever floats your boat. You can wipe my hard drive anytime. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Lady freedom of speech. That's what I'm talking about. What the hell is that? That's it, you see? You mentioned freedom of speech and alarms start going off. It was like an old World War II siren or something. God damn. And Twitter police are on it. Anyway, that's enough ripping Twitter. Being a bunch of little pussies. Yeah, I got 126, I believe, on this one, which, again, was a pretty nice effort. I believe, with the original base trucks, the best I got was about, I think it might have been 201, because I'm sure I seen somebody a while ago, I didn't see the video, but I seen the thumbnail on, as I was scrolling down YouTube videos, that they got 159, and I was trying to get 2 minutes, or under 2 minutes, and I'm sure I got like 1 second off. So yeah, getting like 126 or something is pretty decent. And then maybe I might end up testing a few other mods on this Battle on the Ice, because I sort of quite like it. There's not any cargo to grab or anything. Not that I mind the missions where you got to do that, or the contests, but yeah, just as a pretty cool mission for testing some of the fast stuff without having to really worry about the cargo side of things. I do quite like this. And again, you can see, if you're taking like the right route, the ice is pretty good for not breaking. You get little bits there just as you like getting back off the ice onto the snow where it starts to break through, but generally speaking, if you just keep it floored, fingers crossed, it makes its way up there. Yeah, that's what she said. So you can see like little cuts in the ice there. I was every now and then I was loading up drowned lands and then loading this back up again, so it like refresh the map. If you're going to do that though, just a heads up, a bit like I said the other day, if you keep something parked nearby, it won't reset the ice. So if, for example, I parked this truck like here at the start line, it's not really that relevant there, but if I parked it somewhere near where I've just broke all the ice, it wouldn't repair it even if I load to a different map and come back. Yeah, I believe that one got 126 as well. So they're drawing at the minute, neck and neck. And like I say, I overall sort of had my money on this, not by a lot though. I just, again, it's because it's got them slightly bigger tyres. I just thought that yeah, overall that would just help have like an extra mile an hour when you're just ticking along like this, and assuming there's not any cost to it in terms of like punching through the ice when you're on the ice. And again, I mean I did various laps. I kind of got quicker each time as I was just fine tuning where I'm going. You can see there like another little dent across the ice. But yeah, it's stuff like the suspension on these that I really like. Like when I hit this rock now, it's just, that seems more realistic to how stuff would behave in real life versus, yeah, generally in this game. As I said back in the beginning, the damage I thought they got just about spot on for the first like month or two of the game. I'm sure it's somewhere around when they added Rift. They just seemed to dial it up, and yeah, damage is, well, inevitable, but I don't mind. Like you see, then I just took a load of like hits of 1 damage, which to me is fine because that's like simulating sort of accelerated wear and tear. But yeah, when you hit like a little twig on the floor and it wipes out like 250 suspension and 3 tyres and half your engine and all the rest of it, and your fuel tank's gone, it's pretty excessive. So I believe that time was 123, which is my my best time so far. And then I got a bit distracted, started climbing up here, almost fell off, but whew, got a friend, saved me bacon. It was like a little puzzle trying to figure out, like, trying to drive the green one up here, the 6-wheeled version, but every time I floor it, the red one tries going mad as well. We tricked it in the end. I'll make a nice little thumbnail. Yeah, anyway, I'll give it another go with this one. What we've got, yeah, 123 to beat, and I believe the best time this has got so far was 126. Which I definitely think, maybe you can, like, squeeze an extra second or two off, but I don't know. I'm one of them, like, I don't think I'm getting world record times or anything like that, but I think they're pretty solid times. Definitely beatable, but still, yeah, happy with the results. again, like, taking little hits and everything, but nothing too special. I don't really mind that. The good thing about this is it's got like a crazy amount of health on stuff like the suspension anyway, so even though you can take massive hits, it lasts a good old while. But as well, I think the hood has got 5,000 repair points, the bumper's got 5,000, those sort of roll bar things in the back, they've got 5,000. You can also get a roof rack on it, which I just didn't want to use for this mission because, yeah, I was trying to go as fast as possible. I'm not 100% if the roof racks on this specifically slow it down. It does on a lot of trucks, but obviously, yeah, mods being mods, it may well not. But point being, I'm carrying about 15,000 repair points or something at the minute, so yeah, it's going to last a good old while. I don't know about tyres though, although I don't know what health these tyres have got, but I don't think I've popped a tyre all night, so they must have pretty decent health. Again, there's a little glitch there, apologies for that, but I can't really help it. It's sort of, especially when I'm doing contests like this, the run that's the quick runs are kind of the one that's going to make it to the video, but I can't necessarily help if it's yeah, just going to be a troll and glitch little bits on it. So I believe I got, is it 125 that time? So I shaved a second off, but I couldn't quite yeah, catch up to this thing. So I'll have one last little run with this just to see if I could beat its own record, really. And that's what I seem to find this is the best route. Grab that first one, tuck onto the inside, because then you can just nail across this bit. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty straight. Because as you get that second checkpoint I've just gone over, your right hand side can smash into that ice pretty easily and it can get you pretty stuck. And then yeah, cruise up like the inside for this one, cross over that bit. It does pretty well just crossing over that patch of ice that was to my right, but there's sort of no harm in just yeah, keeping it over to the left. Again, I quite like smashing into them rocks each time because it's quite nice to see the suspension and everything doing its job. And for a little bit of a shortcut there, well, I mean, I don't know if I go as far as shortcut, but I was keen. And yeah, sticking along the left-hand side here, I didn't try the right-hand side tonight, but I have before, and it was just, there's too many logs in the way, there's too many trees that are unbreakable, that sit too close to the edge. Zipping down that left-hand side was pretty easy. That's about the only patch where you can see most of my trucks kind of punching through at that section, but again, if you keep it pinned, it's kind of quick enough that you can just about skip over it. I think I kind of cost myself a second or two there. I was hoping the edge of the water would kind of be, the ice would be solid enough that I could just floor it in high gear, but it kind of slowed me down a bit. And yeah, did I get 124 or something? So a second off. And yeah, just for Oz missing my loaf. Just to show you what a goddamn professional he is. This was yesterday when I was testing out the Royal and that six-wheeled version. I sent this thing in. I rolled it, as you do. So the loaf had to come and save the day. And I mean, again, that's one of the many reasons you get yourself a goddamn professional. So yeah, as for the Froggy Titanious Maximus mods, they're both pretty good to be honest. I quite like both of them. I may well keep them around. They cost a lot of megabytes or whatever, but we'll see. Anyway, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.